Ladies and gents, welcome back to the TSI YouTube channel for episode number 5 of the Glory Hunter save here at Crystal Palace, where when we finished the last episode, we had a decision to make. There was 2 job offers that came up, Bayern Munich and Manchester United, and after looking at the one comment in the video and also the Discord, we have made the decision we will stay. Now, we may live to regret that decision, but I think it's the right thing to do, just considering where we are in the table and considering how we started the season. So for now, we will stay at Crystal Palace and we will not look to apply for that job. We are going to have a look at the fixtures and the table for today's episode. But first, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much for the recent subscriptions. It's good to see so many new faces coming in and some nice comments about the series as well. So please do keep them coming. Keep commenting on the videos, no matter whether you're starting episode 1 of season 1 or episode 5 of season 2. Let me know if you're enjoying the save. We're not too far off 700 subscribers. It'd be brilliant to hit that sooner rather than later. Let's try and hit 700 before the end of the year and keep up the momentum going into 2026. The table, 10 games played, 9-1, 1 drawn. We are yet to lose a game. I'm sure that will happen at some stage, but currently we are 4 points clear of Liverpool, who are on 24. We're 8 points clear of Arsenal in 3rd, and we are also 8 points clear of Brighton, who are in 4th. Manchester United are in 5th. Spurs are in 6th, Manchester City down in 7th, Everton 8th, Chelsea 9th, Nottingham Forest 10th, and towards the bottom of the table, the sides that are struggling, winless, Birmingham City only on 4 points, Ipswich and Wolves currently occupy the bottom 3. We'll have a look at the little Champions League fixtures as well, because, of course, we're doing quite well, and that's 7 in the table. Played 4, won 3, lost 1. Our only loss of the season coming so far in this competition is Barcelona, Arsenal, Liverpool, City. The English clubs doing much better than they are in the league so far. We've also got a Carabao Cup game coming up, I believe. Is this the quarter-final stage? It is the quarter-final stage. We've got Manchester City coming up in the quarter-finals. United, Burnley, Liverpool, Arsenal, Everton and Northampton making it to the quarter-final stages. Fixtures for today, as always, if you are new here. There's 5 games every episode. We play 3 of them. Simulate 2. These are the 5 for today. It's Ipswich away first up before Chelsea at home. It's then away to Lazio before going away to Wolves. And then we go into the month of December where things are very, very busy. And it's Aston Villa at home to wrap up the episode. We will decide what we play, what we sim as we go. But first game against Ipswich, we'll probably simulate that one. The aside for the Ipswich game, Yerry Pino comes back in on the left. Lacroix and Bassi are centre halves. John Stone's just struggling a touch with fatigue. So again, we are rotating quite heavily, trying to keep everyone happy, trying to keep everyone fit. We want to avoid injuries. We are going to simulate the game against Ipswich. Hopefully it doesn't bite us in the arse. This is a game we really should be winning, and I'm sure if we played it, we would win. Can the quick sim keep going? We do. 2-0 win. Perfect. Yeremy Pino double. 2 in 7 minutes for him. Gives us all 3 points in an otherwise eventless game away at Ipswich. Perfect result to start episode number 5. The good news, we finally are able to change Curtis Jones into a full-time CDM. That is very good news indeed. That will massively help his development and help his rating in-game and hopefully make him even better than he already has been. With a message from Rico Lewis, this might be about games. I know we did give him a run of form. I am looking to get Rico Lewis more involved. I want him to be here for a long time, regardless of whether we are or not. Welcome to Selhurst Park then, a London derby. It's Chelsea at home for our first game that we will play as they boot it long, boot it out of play. I don't mind that. Start Chelsea are down to 7th currently, but this is always going to be a tough test regardless of their league position. So, again, we're looking just to keep up that perfect start, just to keep up the momentum and just to keep hold of that top spot in the Premier League for as long as possible. So Jones on the ball in his newfound CDM full position has made a huge difference to his actual in-game rating as well, which is very, very nice to see, and that is what we want. Bakayoko comes down the right-hand side, and he will look to put the ball into the box, tries to find Jean-Philippe Mateta, finds Mateta. That is going to be just wide. That's a really promising, bright start. We know we use the wings. We will continue to use the wings as much as possible and whip those balls into the box and make those diving runs, because that is how we play, and that is what has worked for us so far in this save. Palmer for Chelsea. Into Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez. Across to Gittins. Back to Caicedo. And again, Chelsea, a very stacked team. They will be very tough to keep out, I am sure. Neto on the ball now, just passing it around rather nicely. Goes back to Hato, into Enzo, and now we can look to counter-attack. We can't. Enzo gets the ball there. Luckily, Lacroix gets the block in. Delap's on the ball. Pressure from Chelsea. Relentless pressure from Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez into the box. Save by Malikan. Big danger signs, though, for us. Couldn't clear our lines quick enough, but thankfully for us, we avoid conceding. Yoko again down the right-hand side, just looking to use his pace and try and make something happen. Goes back to Wharton. Wharton goes to Jones, and Jones is just going to try and shuffle this again. Rico Lewis coming forward. That's good from him. Exactly what we want him to do. Ismaili Sarr now down this right-hand side. Cuts back inside. It is going to be a corner. Chalobah, of course, on loan at us last season, playing against his former loanee club as Cooper Miners is over the ball. Puts the ball into the box. Tries to find the head of Lacroix and does. But it's going to rise over the top of the bar. Second chance of the game. Nothing doing yet. Chelsea again coming forward. Delap this time to Gittins. Gittins to Enzo. Absolutely everything going through Enzo Fernandez. He's been absolutely brilliant in this first 45 minutes. Hato, Caicedo just looking to make an option on the edge of the box. Gets it into the box. Palmer's there. Deflected. Corner. 41 minutes in. Chelsea the better side so far. Their midfield and the way that they press into attack has been a pleasure to watch for the neutral. Not for us though. Often our second half performance gets us out of a hole, and we need one of those performances here, and we need Ismaili Sarr to do something here. It goes back post, Bakayoko's there, Hato clears. Jones now reset the ball. Cooper Miners goes inside to Bakayoko. What a ball that is. Bakayoko to make it 1-0. Jorgensen with a huge save. What a ball from Cooper Miners that is to find Bakayoko. That's much better. As Chelsea make an early substitution as Neto comes off. Ball comes into the box. Can Lacroix get there? He can't. Bakayoko's going to try and reset this out wide. Can't. Gittins is there. Ball will go out for a throw in the Chelsea final third. Gittins again for Chelsea down this left-hand side. They play it as our own game here. Using the wide areas, trying to get the ball into that box as we can't get the ball cleared. Delap wins that. Chance again for Chelsea to create something because Caicedo's there. Garnacho plays it back to him. Enzo on the ball now again. Just absolutely everywhere, that man. Garnacho back to Caicedo. Chelsea looking to build something here. Patient build-up play. Rico Lewis can't get the tackling. Ball comes into the box. Can we clear the ball? We do through Munoz. And now potentially we can counter-attack through Ismaili Sarr. And Ismaili Sarr will look to find Bakayoko, and he does find Bakayoko. And now we've got a chance. It's only a 2-on-1 situation, but we've got something here. Bakayoko finds Cooper Miners. Cooper Miners shoots. Jorgensen saves. And it won't fall to Jean-Philippe Mateta. Brilliant chance. Another one goes begging. Still, the game remains 0-0. Gittins now. Rico Lewis doesn't know whether to stay or to go. Decides to do neither. Nicholas Jackson, who's back at the club. What a save that is from Maligan to potentially keep the unbeaten run going. That is a huge moment in this game. Chelsea may look to take this corner short. Do take it short. Andre Santos on the ball. Can't get anywhere. Now Cooper Miners can potentially look to clear the ball. Sarr finds Rico Lewis on the overlap, and maybe now we could snatch something against the run of play. Rico Lewis into Jean-Philippe Mateta. Mateta is in on goal to potentially win it. Does! Cool as a cucumber. Jean-Philippe Mateta gives us the lead with 5 minutes to go, but it's Maligan in the Crystal Palace goal who saved the day, because we should be 1-0 down. We should be staring down the barrel of our first defeat in the Premier League this season, but we're not. Jean-Philippe gets it. Brilliant goal. 1-0 to the Palace. Try and hold on for these last couple of minutes. Chelsea have been absolutely sensational, and they'll be wondering how they are losing this game, but that is the sign of a good time. We can play poorly. Well, not poorly. We haven't played awfully, but we haven't been at our best today, and suddenly we find ourselves with another 3 points potentially on the card. Ismaili Sarr won't make any mistakes here. He'll go back to Rico Lewis, and we are just going to preserve this lead. Oh, I said we're going to preserve the lead as we give the ball away. The referee blows full-time winner. What a win that is. That is probably the win of the season, just because of the nature of how we've had to grind that win out. A huge double win to start this episode, and we keep our place at the top of the table. Another Champions League game, this time away from home. We take on what I think is Lazio. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that is the unlicensed Lazio team that we are playing here. So, again, we've gone heavily changed, I would say. Pretty much our full front line has changed. But again, that is what we can do now. That's the difference from this season to last season. We've got so much class up and down the pitch. We could do with a win it. I'd like to automatically qualify for the knockout stages of the Champions League if possible. As Pino goes inside to Cooper Miners. Cooper Miners inside. Goes back to Yerry Pino. He's going to have a shot from distance. Just wide, but a brilliant start. Yeah, we could do with all 3 points here, that is for sure. Yeah, just got to be patient here. Curtis shows us really well, but we'll give the ball back to Guendouzi. Slightly sloppy. Can we reset, and can we try and just keep the ball out of the back of the net? Weston McKennie overcommits. Can't get the ball. Nuno. Ravella. Bungana. Yeah, and just Trying to put a press on here, but it's not really working. That's better from us. That's going to be a throw, and that is going to be a Crystal Palace throw. We resist the early pressure from the Italians, and hopefully can just build something from the back. Cooper Miners looks for the run of Weston McKennie. Weston McKennie makes the run. Can we find anyone here? It's Adley! Oh, good save. Would have been a brilliant goal. We were patient in our build-up play. It nearly worked as Cooper Miners is going to ping the ball into the box, try and find the head of Munoz. Can't find the head of Munoz. Bassey's going to look to reset this out wide to Jeremy Pino. Pino, nowhere really to go. We'll try and trick his man and bit of skillery down this left-hand side. That's going to be a foul, surely, as he's upended. We will get a free kick in an attacking position as Cooper Miners will look to lift this ball into the box, goes to the back post. Can we find a head of Weston McKennie? We can't. Lazio will clear. Only as far as Lacroix. Weston McKennie. Mitchell. Emerson Jr. now down this wing. And we'll look to put the ball into the box. Can't put the ball into the box. That is going to be another corner, though. Crystal Palace pressure coming thick and thin. Cooper Miners puts the ball into the box, tries to find the head of a Palace player. We can't. We never really score from corners. Weston McKennie on the edge of the box. We'll have a pop from distance, and that's well over the bar. Chance for Lazio again just to come forward as Munoz is there trying to force the ball. McKennie does really well. Pino now, has he got the pace to beat his man? He's not. He's going to have to cut back inside, but he finds Cooper Miners. That's smart. And now Curtis Jones can come forward, and Curtis Jones can keep coming forward, and Adley needs to make the run here. Adley does make the run now. Can he get the ball? No, it's so poor. Lazio's sitting so deep, which is making it difficult for us to make our runs in behind and try and break them down. It's smart from them. Defensively so sound and just struggling to make anything clear cut. Orton finds Jones, and Jones can now pick the ball up in a pocket of space. Can he find Adley? Does find Adley. Adley's first touch is not good enough, and that was the opportunity to at least try and get a shot away. For the first time, we've really broken that back line. I'm not sure how much longer we can withstand this pressure. 75 minutes on. Sanchez on the ball for Lazio. Goes out wide to Bungana. Back to Sanchez. Guendouzi. Side to Isaacson. Can we get the Bassi? Sensational. Brilliant defending from us. That is really, really good. We are a different beast this season as Emerson Jr. now runs the ball out of play. Lazio looking just to try and create something, trying to break our spirits late in this game. They are passing it around and passing it around like it's a training exercise, and we cannot get the ball off them. Bassi does get the ball off them. That is a brilliant tackle. Now, can we create something? Can we go now? Can Jeremy Pino get there? Oh, he just does about, but no one else with him. The game that has failed to excite in any way, shape or form. Probably the dullest game of the season so far. We need to make sure we don't bloody lose the game, though. That is for sure. Calvin Bassi just looking to shape up his man. 1 minute added on. The referee looks at the watch. That is all she wrote. A 0-0 draw. Nothing more to say about that game. We'll take the point. We run back to London because that was ugly. We'll simulate the game against Wolves. This is a game we simply should be winning. They're 19th in the table. I've got a bad feeling about this one. I don't know why. Lerma's into the squad just to give us a bit of fresh legs. Rico Lewis back at left back and the usual front three back for this one. Wixim, hopefully we can keep our unbeaten run going. We do, thank God for that. I thought it wasn't going to look pretty there. Mateta gets the first goal before Strand Larsen misses a penalty. Wolves did equalise through Gomez before Mateta got his second of the game. And then Ismail Sarr on the 89th minute keeps the unbeaten Premier League run going. We're on absolute fire. We've got one game left of this episode, and it's Aston Villa. Welcome back to home soil then. We just need to be a bit better. The games we've played against Chelsea and Lazio, we have not been good. We've got away with the Chelsea one. Didn't get away with the Lazio one so much. We need to be better here against Aston Villa as Bakayoko's in it. Jean-Philippe Mateta, what a start this would be. He's blazed over the bar. Well, we've got to be more attacking. We've got to show a bit more intent. Mateta, wonderful ball. Bakayoko, I think he's onside. Bakayoko should be onside. This should be 1-0. That's much better. We've unlocked them straight away. And Bakayoko gets his 6th goal in 11 games to keep up his scintillating form. And that is the perfect start. Now we can breathe a bit. Now we can settle into our routine. Oh, a wonderful finish and a wonderful ball from Jean-Philippe Mateta. Sarr, inside to Tyreek Mitchell. Back to Jones. We've just been patient here. Not forcing it. I think that's been the problem in the last few games. We've tried to force something that just isn't there. We're not playing our free-flowing football. Munoz to Cooper Miners. Cooper Miners back to goal. Doesn't force it. Just comes down this wing. And now we'll try and tick the ball into the box. And that's unlucky. Good block because Aston Villa will now clear their lines. Bogard into Tielemans. Aston Villa looking to get themselves back into this game. Showing absolutely nothing so far as Tielemans is on the air. Back to Bogard. Back to Powell. This is nice from Aston Villa. Some good football here. Munoz is there. Gets very lucky. Dakan is there. Lacroix is there. Captain Fantastic there to sweep up the danger. Better finds Cooper Miners. Wonderful football from Crystal Palace. Cooper Miners to potentially make it 2. Oh, he's put it wide. He's got to hit the target. He can't believe he's missed. He's so good in front of goal as well, and he's just pulled it wide. That should be 2. Bakayoko down the right-hand side. Can he go inside to Munoz? We'll go inside to Munoz. And Munoz now can try and dig the ball into the box. Does dig the ball to the box. Jean-Philippe Mateta's there, but he can't get ahead as Ezri Konsa clears the ball. And Dakarni now will look to put some pressure on Matson. Done well in transition there just to get back and just stem that attack and just calm things down yet again. Mateta finds Sarr. Ismaila Sarr, who's been quiet in the last few games, is desperate to try and make an impact. Oh, it's wide again. The angle was always narrowing. It's really good defending for Aston Villa. But the pressure and the pace of the attack is good from Crystal Palace. Ismaila Sarr, can he find the runner? Jean-Philippe Mateta. He can find the runner, Mateta. And Mateta is onside. He's going away from goal. He cuts back inside, but Powley's there. Really good defending from Aston Villa. So apart from that blip in the first few minutes where we managed to get a goal, they've been absolutely rock solid at the back. Ismaila Sarr down the left-hand side. Just waiting for maybe Jean-Philippe Mateta to get himself into a bit of space. Mateta tries to flick it back, does flick it back, and it doesn't fall to Cooper Miners. Wonderful play from Ismaila Sarr. Brilliant vision from Jean-Philippe Mateta. Was the right idea. Just couldn't quite fall to Cooper Miners. Aston Villa still hunting. Aston Villa still fighting. They are still in this game whilst it stays at 1-0. We need to try and bury this game, and we can't so far as Mitchell can't get the ball away. Villa coming forward, tries to find Rogers. Lacroix is there. McKennie's there. Now we can... I was going to say we could potentially look to counter-attack. Emerson Jr.'s just come on the pitch. Gifts the ball away. That's sloppy from us. Not good enough. Curtis Jones, that's better. Pino. Adley. Pino. Wonderful link-up play. This would bury the game if we can get the second of the game here. No, it's always going wide. The one thing Aston Villa have done so well is force us out wide, but then keep forcing us out wide. So many times we go out wide and we can get them behind and cut back inside. Villa have been brilliantly defensive. You would say they probably deserve a point from this game because they've absolutely nailed their game plan apart from that lapse of concentration in the first couple of minutes. Sensational from them, but as was with the case with the Chelsea game, we took the one chance we've got. We've not played brilliantly. It looks like we may snatch all 3 points again, and they always say it's the sign of a good team when you can not play very well and still win games. Are we on for the unthinkable? Are we starting to believe that we could go and win this league? We're still unbeaten. Can we be the Invincibles ×2? Another faultless episode comes to an end. We're 8 points clear now of Liverpool. We've drawn another game, and we're just extending that lead. There is a long way to go in this season, and there's a big game coming up next. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Arsenal down in 3rd, Spurs now in 4th, Chelsea, United, Villa, Brighton, Everton and City, your top 10. Have they got a win yet? Birmingham City, no, they're still winless. They've only got 4 points. Wolves and Fulham, now the sides in the bottom 3. Have a little look at the Champions League game. Of course, we did play one game today. We did get a draw. We are now down in 9th after 5 games. We've still got a couple of games to go there, I believe. We're on 10 points. We're still in the hunt for those top few places, but we just need to grind out some victories along the way. The look at the fixtures for the next episode, which will come your way on Monday of next week. It's Liverpool away. It's first against second in the opening game. It's absolutely massive. It's then Atletico at home before Forest at home in the league, Man City at home in the quarterfinals of the Cup, and then Brighton away. We have got a jam-packed episode coming your way ahead of the January transfer window. You do not want to miss it. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're here Monday for episode number 6.